Hey everyone, this is Grant Luna with Fidelity National Title. And so for today's Tech Tuesday, I wanted to hop back into a great app that we have called Fidelity Agent One and show you one calculator in particular that I think could be really helpful when trying to lead generate, whether that be at something like an open house or if you're using Fidelity's Total Farm door knocking app and you're approaching doors that has a renter behind that door. This is a really great application to use as well. And a calculator that I'll be talking about specifically today is the qualified calculator on Fidelity. And I'll show you the basics of how it works, but then also finish with how you can layer on some other lead gen features with this app. So if you don't have Fidelity Agent One downloaded on your phone or computer, there's a link in the description to this video for you to download and set up Fidelity Agent One, as long as a link to an entire playlist showing you how Fidelity Agent One works. So let's hop into it. And so basically this is the homepage of Fidelity Agent One that you're looking at on the side of the screen. You're looking at my phone right now. So I can basically navigate to a couple of different calculators. It has a buyer monthly payment estimate, a seller net sheet. But what I'll be working with today is the qualified calculator. So I'll select calculators at the bottom of the screen and make sure that's highlighted in blue. And then I'll select qualify in the middle of this screen here. And basically, this calculator here will allow me to fully qualify somebody from start to finish in terms of what they can afford at different price points, at different interest rates, at different down payment percentages. So what I can do is have a conversation with someone at an open house and say, okay, what is your gross household income? And then what are some of your expenses? And I could just hand them my phone or maybe have an iPad set up at that open house with this app up and ready to go. So for example, they can enter in their information here and put in their annual gross household income along with a few debt types. So they can click the drop down next to debt type and they can select a car payment and then they can put in the monthly recurring expense for that debt type. They can go and press add and press in another debt type and they can put in maybe some credit card payments that they have monthly and they can add another expense. Maybe they just have miscellaneous monthly recurring expenses for $400. And then you can select compute. And on the back side, it will tell you at different loan types what they could afford each month. So it shows you conventional, FHA, and VA. And so let's say this is their first time buying a home and they want to go through the FHA route. So they can select FHA, or if they're a conventional buyer, they can select conventional. So I'll select conventional here. And now it'll move me into the monthly affordability calculator. So they get one final look at this monthly payment that they'll be having. So maybe they look at this and say, actually, $4,600 is a little much. Maybe we just want to stay at most $4,250 per month on our payment. So now I can hit compute and it will show me at 5.7% interest and 10% down what this person could afford in a house price. And also what's great is this is flexible once again. So I can slide this scale to the right and say, okay, well, what if we saved up and maybe we saved up for 20%? What could we afford? And now it automatically recalibrates this calculator and shows them now they can afford $710,000. Or same is true of the inverse. If I scroll down to 5% and it recalibrates that to a lower price point. Also, what's great about Fidelity Agent One is anytime you do a calculator, you have the option to turn this information into a really great template for you to share with people. So if you're at an open house, it's very easy for you to show them this information and then go, hey, by the way, actually, I can just text this to you really quick. That way you have it when you leave and you can save it for later. So I'll hit the share icon at the top right of the screen, which is basically that icon with a square with an arrow pointing upwards. So I'll press that icon and then hit send full report. And now this app will take that information, put it in a template designed for me, and show me something like this. So it shows that monthly payment. It shows a breakdown of different price points at different down payment percentages. It has my branding, my headshot, my information down here, and I can just go, hey, let me just text this to you really quick. So I hit the share icon once again at the top right of the screen, text this to them. Now I have their phone number. Now they have something with my information on it. Or I can email it to them, or I can share this on social media if I just wanted to do a post about my open house that I have coming up. Like I said, this is also very helpful if maybe you're door knocking and you're approaching a door and you use Fidelity Total Farm's door knocking app and you know ahead of time the person behind that door is a renter, right? So you can have this calculator up and ready to go. Also, what's great about Fidelity, and this is just one calculator, it has a bunch of different calculators, but For example, if I select templates at the bottom left of the screen, I can choose this template instead. And this template is somewhat similar, where it shows them the payment and interest and monthly payment of $4,250 a month. But this one's really great, especially for now with rising, or the potential of rising rates. And it shows them the impact of the purchase price if rates continue to rise. So maybe you have a buyer that's a little bit hesitant on pulling the trigger on a house. Maybe you send them this and say, hey, look, I know you're interested in these types of houses in this neighborhood, but if you continue maybe to pass up some options, you might be priced out of this neighborhood in the near future. Once again, I can hit the share button and text and email this to people. So also what's really great about these calculators is face-to-face, they can be good resources for lead generation and trying to get some good information to people you're working with. But on top of that, this app, if you have the premium, which is 99 cents a month or $10 a year, actually comes with something called lead gen calculators. So basically what these allow you to do is share some of these calculators for the potential for people to leave email and contact information for you to reach out to them on the back end. So one of these is a monthly affordability calculator, basically that same calculator that I just showed you. And so how this will work is if someone clicks on this, maybe if you post it on Facebook or you text it to somebody or you have it on some of your flyers, and I'll show you how you can do that. If they click on it, they actually get taken to the calculator themselves. So they can fill out this information for themselves in terms of their desired monthly payment. So I did that example of $4,250 a month, down payment percentage of 10%. They can hit go and they can see basically that information, and it says, want to see exclusive homes in this price range. So now they can press yes, and now they can put in a name or an email, and you'll be emailed with their contact information. So to finish off today's Tech Tuesday, I always like to show you how you can kind of combine Fidelity resources with other resources that are free online to actually make this pretty powerful for you. So let me bring over the Fidelity Agent One app really quick to show you. So this is the desktop app version of Fidelity Agent One. So it has all the same features, but I'll navigate to those lead gen calculators. And so I'll go back to that monthly affordability calculator. And so I have the option to share this. So I can click share, and I can, like I said, email this to somebody. I can post it straight to Facebook or LinkedIn, but I can also use this in different ways. So let's say I have an open house, and maybe I want to put this on all of my open house flyers as a QR code. So that way buyers that pick up my flyers, or if I'm door knocking and I can leave this around, can scan that QR code, get taken to that calculator, and maybe leave some information for me. So I can copy the link to this right here, or press copy link, and then I'll bring in this QR code generator. So there's a link to this full walkthrough video showing you how this works on the back end if you want in the description. But what I can do is click URL. I can paste that address to this calculator. I'm going to bring my phone back so you can see what happens on the back end. So now you're looking at my phone, and now I can go and scan this QR code, and now it just took me to that calculator. So now if I'm a buyer at your open house, maybe I took one of your flyers home with me, I scan that QR code, now I can play around with this. I can put in that same information, hit go, ask for more information, place in a phone number, place in the email, place in my name, and now you have that on the back end. So this is just 1/20th, a small percentage of Fidelity Agent One and what this app can do for you, but it's just getting familiar with how this app works and how other Fidelity title resources work to use them in your business in smart and effective ways moving forward.